Hello, everyone. I'm here with another fellow YouTuber, fellow by getting like 1,000 times more than me because I'm no one. I'm here with a DROCK Steady Reviews. What's
What's
going
up,
on?
man? What's up? Not much, man.
You
Just
looking at
living
all
the
those
dream out
omnis?
here. I actually made it. I've been suffering from a terrible sinus infection and ear infection for the last fucking like 5 or 6 days, and luckily the antibiotic kicked in, and I'm back in shape.
Anything's better than COVID.
Yeah, well, I honestly this was a little bit worse than COVID.
Yeah, like COVID knocked me on my
I
ass.
mean, I had COVID twice now, and it was pretty terrible. But like,
Ooh,
yeah, it's just a job. I work in healthcare. It's like unavoidable at this point.
yeah, you're
But
gonna get it.
sinus infection and ear infection, man, like I was just reading and like I'm just suffering through, like my eye is just like leaking and it's just like giving me severe pain, and I'm like, something is wrong with me. And I'm like, I think it's because I'm reading too much. Like I must have read like 2,000 some odd pages of some omnibus like the couple days before, and then all of a sudden I was just like, nah, this is more than that. I need to go to the doctor. And sure enough, sinus and ear infection. So
I'm trying to make out what's that X-Men Omni behind you. It would be
probably Mutant Massacre.
keep going the other way that
Oh,
way.
they
That what is that?
Mutant Massacre.
I don't have that one yet. Is
Mutant
it pretty good?
Massacre. Oh yeah, they just did a reprint on it too. So I don't know if it's still available or not, but it's a classic. It's a classic.
I just picked this bad boy up. Book two, The
Oh,
Bronx
book
is
two.
Burning, Maniac in New York, just came out.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I got the my wife just randomly came home the one day. She was just like, "Here, I got this for you at Barnes and Noble." I was just like, "Man, how ridiculous is that?" I was just checking this out on your channel the other day.
Did you read it?
No, not yet. I have as soon as I got all fucked up and I haven't been able to read anything really. So it's like I was in the middle of the Aliens Omnibus Volume 2, and I'm just struggling to get through it. I'm just like, man, this is so good, but I just can't read right now. I'm dying, but it is what it is. But
I'm reading. I need to sit down and read Injustice Book Two,
oh
but I
yeah,
haven't. I should. I've got. It's like one of them things. Like I buy the omnis, and then I don't read them. I like just put them on the shelf, and then I read like single issues.
yeah. See, that's I used to be like, I don't know. People always get a lot of like they have a lot of opinions on things like that. Like people are just buying them to put them on the shelf and shit like that. But like legitimately, I bought a shit ton of omnibus, and I've been just blowing through everything. Like I can look, like they have the squares here, whatever. Like there's multiple squares that are just done that I've just read this year. So I'm like, I'm just blowing through it, and I'm kind of glad that I bought so many because like I have a selection to choose from, and I mean the selection is also getting lower and lower. So I'm gonna have to start getting a little bit more of the new stuff. Luckily, there's a bunch of stuff coming out soon. I actually just finished before I met up with you making a video of the top 10 omnibus coming out in 2023. And like, my God, so there's another 10 omnibus that I'm gonna get. And I think there's another like 5 or 6 that are coming out the rest of this year that I'm definitely gonna need for the collection, like the King in Black and what else is there? The Venom Donny Cates omnibus. There's some X-Men stuff coming out.
Predator one coming out. I know
Oh,
by
Predator
Marvel.
too.
The Predator one's coming out.
Predator, and then Volume 3 of the Aliens, the original year's omnibus. So I'm gonna have to get that too.
Hopefully, they re-release books 3 and 4 of the Amazing Spider-Man omnibus because one's back in print. You can still get three, but 2 and 4 are long, long gone.
They always go. I think they've come in and out of print like maybe like 2 or 3 times since I started collecting. I was just, and that's only been like the last 2 years.
The Frank Miller Daredevil set is getting another
Mm-hmm.
omnibus that because I bought that one because I like the one of the covers is the it's like him with the gun, which has always been one of my favorite covers of all time.
Yep. Yeah, that's actually going to be the thumbnail for the the video that I just put out. And spoiler alert, that's number one on my list because I'm super looking forward to that. I've been on a Daredevil kick lately, and I always wanted to read those, but the only thing was that like that book was out of print. It was hella expensive, and the spine doesn't match the other omnibus, the Marvel ones. So that like I'm like mad OCD when it comes to that shit. So like it bugged me out, and I was like, I'm just gonna wait for a reprint. And I was just kind of surprised that it was so soon. But now with all the Daredevil news and stuff coming out with Born Again, I mean it's perfect timing. They're gonna be probably reprinting like the Mark Wade omnibuses from him, and hopefully we get. I just read the Brubaker Volume 1. I don't have
I haven't
Volume
read it
Two.
yet. I have it, but I have the Kingpin cover one. I have not read it yet.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's good. It's very good. It's kind of a continuation of the Bendis. Like it's in the same similar style, which I'm like really a big fan of that now.
See, I think that was the is that the one with like it's all like that Arkham City artwork, that all splash artwork and everything.
Yeah.
It's see, I couldn't get into the artwork, like, and I like the story, like that kid whose dad died and Ben Ulrich's interviewing him on. It was like I couldn't get into the art though. The art was just driving me insane.
It's like weird. It grew on me. I remember I actually watched like Jim Mint, one of his videos on the Daredevil stuff. And because he's got like a bunch of the like every Daredevil omnibus so far, every Star Wars, he's got a bunch of those. So I was watching that Daredevil one and I saw the Bendis stuff and I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm really down for that art style, but man, I think like just the story's so good that you barely even like realize that it's like and it just grew on me. I just like it. I think it kind of fits the story pretty well too. So
Wade had the more, I'm pretty sure I have his omnibus. He had the more kind of like cartoon like
yeah.
run, didn't he? Where Daredevil was more fighting the super villains and all that stuff, more
Yeah,
light-hearted, so to speak.
yeah, well, he also did like the Deadpool stuff too, like the real like quirky, comic-y style like Deadpool. So
Great Green Arrow or Great Green Hornet, he did too.
Oh shoot, I'll have to check that out.
I like the Green Hornet. That's one of my. I like Dynamite. I think Dynamite overdoes it on their variant covers, but I like the books. I think the books are fun. They have a lot of characters I love.
Yeah, no, they definitely do. It's I mean, you can't go wrong with like Vampiro and all that stuff too. So, I mean, I do like the like variant covers that they have, just because they're so like, just they're really good and they're horror style and shit like that. But when you get like other comics of like Daredevil and stuff like that, and you got like a million different like cartoony versions and all that shit. Like I do like Scotty Young though. I think some of his variants are really cool. They're just like kind of corny. But like yeah, the Predator one I just seen the other day. That shit is pretty dope. He's like all cross-eyed and shit.
I know Marvel did was like a couple weeks ago when Predator one hit. Spider-Man had a Predator cover. Wolverine had a Predator.
Oh yeah.
They're going a little nut, and I find myself picking up some of them. I know they're not going to be like a long-term investment, but some of them are just kind of neat. But I remember when I collected big in the '90s, it wasn't that they had variant covers. It was like the holofoil cover, the hologram cover, that it's been around for a while, and then it goes real high, and then all at once it just goes back to worthless.
Yeah, I would say like out of a lot of I mean, what was it like King Spawn and them, the variants that came out and the Gunslinger and all that. Man,
Valiant they were the king of the foil.
They were selling not even graded for like over $1,000 at a time, and I think even shops were selling them just straight up for like a G. And now you can get them on eBay, which is overpriced to begin with, for like $400 maybe.
Oh, I saw somebody on Whatnot the other day. Poor guy, he had a Moon Knight #1. He couldn't get $45 for it. I mean, that's a book that was, and that's a $20 book, became $1,000 book.
Mm-hmm.
The show came out, $20 book now. Everybody's trying to dump it now. They can't.
Yeah, I don't know. That's one to definitely hold on to. I mean, they're gonna have the hell is it called? The Suns. The whatever.
Midnight Suns.
The Midnight Suns, yeah. They're gonna
game's pretty soon.
I think they're having an actual show or a movie greenlit, possibly.
That's what everybody's saying. They've got all the characters. That's why Ghost Rider, I think, is ticking back up slowly.
Who do you think should do Ghost Rider?
I liked Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider. I don't know. I mean, that I don't watch The Walking Dead anymore, but that one dude, Norman Reedus, he's a good choice. When I saw the pictures of him, it's like, okay, that's it.
I think they said Ryan Gosling is a possibility or something. That's one of the ones that they thought about for it. Which, I would kind of mess with that. I do like, he's like one of those weird actors that kind of like, he floats in the weirdness section where like he's in some really awful shit and then he's in some real sick movies. So
what are they going to do? Johnny Blaze, Dan Ketch, Robbie Reyes. I mean, I wonder. I like Dan Ketch as my guy personally.
I would say they probably go with Johnny Blaze just to keep it more. Yeah. When Robbie Reyes, that would be something cool to add like down the line.
I got it. Kenny Omega is Johnny Blaze. Got the hair.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a crazy Kenny Omega guy.
I'm a big Kenny Omega guy. I love Kenny.
Well, here's the thing. I like Kenny Omega. I don't like where he's at right now. I don't like the what is it with the Don Barris?
Oh, Don Callis.
Or Don Callis. What Barris?
Well, Kenny can't talk. Callus can at least cut a
Yes,
promo.
Callus. You know what? Actually, just even watching that damn ECW documentary last night, I realized that he was just there. I had no idea because
Yeah, when they came in, he was
he
okay
looks
over there.
yeah, he looks so much different with the headset and long hair and everything like that. I was just like, holy shit. It's you could tell from the voice, obviously. Like as soon as I heard that, I was just like, no way. How did I not realize that that was him? Holy shit. But
Now I want to start a petition for Kenny Omega as Johnny Blaze.
it's Johnny. I mean, everybody started petitions these days.
Oh yeah, I can't think of who else could
uh
play.
I'm down with Norman Reedus doing it. I was
What's that part?
I always liked him. He's another one of those dudes that kind of flies under the radar. Like he was in some real B movie horror type stuff like back in the day, and then he got Walking Dead and kind of like blew up. But The Walking Dead is just I still watch it. I like it, but I'm just kind of over it at this point, especially with all the spin-off shit that they're trying to have happen. Like,
I wasn't a fan of the book, but like I would tell people when they're like, there's no action this week. It was like, dude, you could go 12, 13 issues without a zombie popping up. I was like, it's not about the horror. I was like, it just never was I hated the artwork. It just never was my thing.
I do. Yeah. That's another one of those books that the artwork, it grows on you eventually. At least it did for me. Because you start, and plus it progresses for sure. You get into them earlier issues, it looks pretty bad, man. It looks pretty awful. But then it gets a little bit more professional, I guess if you would say, like as the books go on. Because I think they probably, when they first started out, they were like, this shit ain't gonna go far. But then all of a sudden,
that's why it's worth so much money. Shops ordered like, give me 2. I'll take 5 of this thing. It was just under ordered.
Yeah. I enjoyed the story quite a bit though. I will say the ending I'm not a fan of too much. That's actually like one of the videos.
Is it like Carl talking about how his dad and he's got the statue erected and see the TV show's got to do it. Well, I don't know. You can time jump anything, but Rick's gone in the show. But I remember they were going to do a movie, but now the movie they're not going to do. And
I said they should have just had Rick come back instead of doing the movie. They could have gone through a couple years or whatever the time jump, and then Rick comes back, sees the shit going on at the Commonwealth, and then takes over, and then they do the normal thing. But no, they decided to like make the one dude with the missing arm. I forget what the hell his name is, but he's basically like taking over the character of Rick now, and they're gonna probably do the same shit with him. And I'm like, come on, man, you should have just had Rick come back, and then do the damn how it works, and then have maybe whatever the hell his daughter's name is at the end be the Carl. But I don't know.
Because everything got banked into Negan when they got him. So then he just the new darling, even though he doesn't have Tourette's in the show.
Yeah. He's I do that dude lives by me. He lives he has a candy shop like about a half hour from me.
Oh, Jeffrey Morgan or whatever.
Yeah, Jeffrey D. Morgan.
Loved him on Supernatural.
He has a candy shop with Paul Rudd in Rhinebeck, New York. So it's just like a small little candy shop that has like super expensive candy and shit in there. You get like a Rice Krispies treat for $10. But
get Paul Rudd to autograph the new Ant-Man. That'd be worth some money.
Yeah. But it's a funny story is like they have like kind of I think it was Christmas Eve or something like that, but they have the town all set up and like a bunch of people come in, and my friend who's a big Walking Dead fan, his mom just like leaned over to ask somebody where something was, and it was Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and then she had no idea like who it was, and he was just bugging out. He's like, oh shit, it's Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Like it turns out that he just lives in Rhinebeck or whatever. So that's pretty.
Didn't he do Thomas Wayne's voice in the Flashpoint animated movie?
Oh, I don't know. I know he was Bruce Wayne's father. He was Thomas Wayne in the one of the Batman versus Superman movie, I think. Something like that. And what's her name? Maggie, the girl that plays Maggie, whatever her name is, that actress.
Yeah.
They were the parents, and now I think they're going to be in a TV show together.
I like the I think Thomas Wayne deserves. I can't figure out, does he deserve more, or do I like him so much because he's not in a lot? Could you overkill him or not? I just like the idea it was Batman's surgeon dad that packs 2 guns.
Yeah. What is that? There's a show about Alfred that's out.
Yeah, I've never watched it
or something like that, right?
Yeah, Alfred's just a butler to me.
I'm really surprised that people watch it or that it even exists. with seeing how much shit they're cutting from DC lately, I'm just like, man, how's there a show about Alfred? Like, what the fuck?
Why would you cut though the Batman or the Batwoman
Oh,
movie? It was done. Why? Yet you're going to keep pumping money into the Flash with the guy that gets arrested every week. I don't get it.
yeah, that dude is out of control, man. I don't understand. It's just some straight up addict behavior.
My
Which
bitch with DC is, and I love the DC shows, but if Marvel was going to make it, they would have the guy from the Flash TV show, Grant Gustafson. He'd be the Flash in the movie. DC doesn't connect
nothing,
anything. So stupid.
nothing. That's why I'm like Kevin Feige and all them with the Marvel. They have everything so intricately plotted out for like fucking so many years in advance that like it's kind of amazing what they do, to be honest. I don't think I'd be able to do something like that, whether it be, I don't even know, just planning out anything. I could barely plan fucking a doctor's appointment or some shit. They have everything so intricately planned out. It's just insane. Like DC just does not take the time to just involve any of their projects together at all. I think they thought about it with like the Zack Snyder thing, and then they just gave up. I'm like, I don't understand.
I love the Snyder cut. The only thing
It's
with me, it
great.
was like, this is really good. It's awesome. And I'll never get to see part 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So why couldn't they cut out that last like 2 minutes when the Manhunter comes and all that? It's like, there's never going to be another one,
Dude,
fuck.
I hope that they come around and I mean, what is it? Discovery owns them now.
Yeah.
I hope that they just dump all the money in the world into that and just say, because I mean, god damn it, like everybody's been talking about it forever. I mean, especially in like comics and like the cinema world and stuff like that. That's been like a running theme, this restore the Snyderverse forever. Like I don't understand like why they wouldn't try and jump on that and do something with it, but
Because it was good. Batman v Superman was shit. But I
yeah,
loved the Justice League that he did. Was I couldn't
Justice
get
League was
over
good.
how good it was.
Yeah, no, it was really good. I didn't even mind the first cut of it. It was
No,
okay.
no, we it was all right.
It was a little cheesy, but I mean, it definitely his version of it was definitely a lot better. But just the Batman versus Superman movie was awful, though. I can't believe that they did Doomsday just so dirty like that.
I couldn't believe I did Lex Luthor that bad.
That too. Yeah.
That was terrible. Eisenberg is not one of my favorites anyway, but he is no
No,
Lex Luthor.
no, definitely not. Definitely not. I'm trying to think who would
That
be a good
was
Lex Luthor right now.
Kenny Omega.
Can you imagine? Damn.
Don Callis, he's bald.
Don
We got
Callis.
Don Callis got a promo.
That's true. That's true. He could do it. He could do
We
it.
didn't play it like Luthor though. He played it like, I don't know how he played it. It
He
was
played it
just
like Eisenberg or whatever the hell his name is.
it was bad. The Wonder Woman girl, I don't have a because I'm a Fast and the Furious fan, but I don't have a problem with her. My only issue is she's small. The
She
movie
is.
I didn't wasn't a big fan of
She
either
got to
movie.
beef up a little bit.
Little.
She got to get that Natalie Portman. She got a little jack for Thor.
Yeah, get that girl that's in WWE now. What's her name? Rhea Ripley.
Oh yeah.
One that beats up Rey Mysterio's kid every week.
Yeah, I keep
Gotta
seeing
be
memes
getting
of
off
that
on
all
that
over.
at this point.
Yeah. I've all I see is memes because I don't watch WWE ever. I literally can't. It hurts me. Like
Oh,
whenever I see.
the last few weeks has gotten leaps and bounds better now that Vince
Really?
retired. Oh, because I couldn't watch it for years. In the last few weeks, I started watching it. Oh, it's very, very much changed.
That's good. The only thing is too, it just looks so commercial.
Oh
Like
yeah,
it looks like I don't even like the arena now. Like it looks like a fucking place where kids go to play and shit, like a little bouncy house or whatever. Like
it's so much fun to go to though. I
oh yeah,
can't lie to you. I love
well,
going to
you can go to any wrestling event and have a hell of a time. It
You
doesn't
can.
matter if it's
I've been to shit indie shows and have
oh
fun.
yeah. They're like the best, to be honest. Plus, too, then like wrestlers want to hang out and like talk with you and stuff like that. There's no way if you go to a big event, really, unless you're like disabled or something, that you're gonna be able to talk to wrestlers, man. It's just the way it is. Or if you're a kid, like that the video of Roman Reigns messing with that one kid who's mean mugging him. That shit is
Yeah.
mad funny. But like, if it's only if something like that happens, that you're really gonna meet somebody. But if you go to like an indie show, you can like literally go and chill with somebody afterwards and like have some beers and some shit if you want
Oh, yeah.
to.
And they're
Like,
gonna be selling gimmicks, at the intermission and everything. So
oh yeah.
just have to hope they bring somebody in.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't go to as many indie. Well, since COVID hit, I don't really go to a lot. period.
I haven't been to one in a while. I think the last one I went to was a 205 Live. Like at the I live very close to Poughkeepsie, New York, so we have like the Civic Center there that a bunch of wrestling shows are. A lot of ECW shows were there. Like a lot of the Poughkeepsie, New York was mentioned several times in the Rise and Fall of ECW documentary that I was watching last night. I was like, damn, man, forgot about how Poughkeepsie used to be the scene. I think even Tommy Dreamer's House of Hardcore thing maybe even be around that area or something like that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, fuck Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah, always just looking super thick and sausagey.
Yeah, but he's married to Beulah, so I mean, he's doing better than me, I guess.
Damn, oh, they still are
Yeah, 2 kids and all. He's a little punchy. I
married?
promoted a movie that he did years ago. It's called The Abduction of Jennifer Grey. I'll give it a free plug. He played the hardened police detective that was interviewing the girl. Not a bad film. I was actually going to do an interview with him around the time it came out, but it fell through. So I don't know. He's, like I said, he seems a little punchy.
Yeah.
He was hit in the head a lot.
Well, he just gotten like a little bit of shit for that whole thing with the plane ride from hell or whatever, where he kind of like took the stance of like Flair and like kind of downplayed everything he did or whatever, which I don't know. It's things were different back then.
Well, and plus, he didn't realize that what he was going to say was going to be interspliced with the victim, oh, he did, not, making light of her situation, but he said, yeah, Rick was just Rick, and then it cuts right there, and then he shoved his dick in my face. It's like, okay, Tommy, you look like a piece of shit. He didn't know, but
yeah, it's tough. It's that was a crazy story. That Dark Side of the Ring, I do love it. It's great, but it's also like it's a little sketchy sometimes. You could because it's from fucking Vice. And like Vice is super woke and are trying to always just like I can't even. The only reason why I watch anything for Vice is that Dark Side of the Ring is the only
documentaries they did about Yakuza tattoos.
They also have a lot of weird little documentaries on YouTube, like little 20-minute shorts. And I loved Action Bronson. Fuck, That's Delicious. That's one of my favorite shows of all time. But they like something happened with them and they ended up canceling the show. Now he does like his own thing on YouTube. But so those are the only two reasons that I watched Vice, Dark Side of the Ring, and Fuck, That's Delicious.
Dark Side of the Ring, I just like because it was a tabloid, and then the music plays. But
it's also funny hearing Jericho do the narration of everything.
Yeah. I did like when he did the narration for something. It was like when MJF came, and then Maxwell Jake.
Oh yeah,
that guy. He owes me money. Wait, he's paying me how much? Maxwell Jake. I got a feeling
that was funny.
I got a feeling he might be back tonight. If not tonight, to fuck up that main event match, he's gonna be back at the pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, what is it? It's All Out next, right?
Yeah, but tonight they're going to do the unification. The unification match is still the main event next week on the pay-per-view. Something's going to happen tonight. They're not going to give you that for free.
Yeah, I do miss him a lot. He's like one of the main reasons why I just like even got so hard back into pro wrestling. Like he's just, I mean, really, he's one of the greatest heels of all time. He's like already up there to me, like the way that he fucks with the crowd, like the old school Bubba Ray Dudley, just like saying such ruthless shit to the fans. I love his Twitter account, how he just talks shit to people just with no disregard. It's like, it's hilarious, some of the shit that he says on Twitter. And, like I always think that's why they were there, like, oh, he might go to the WWE. I'm like, he can't do that stuff there, man. There's no way. And that's what makes him great, is all this, just him going so hard on everybody. Like, and he's a pretty decent wrestler too.
Yeah, the beauty of it is that he's just talking. If he had a script, it wouldn't be. I think missing the boat not having Enzo and Cass anywhere right now. That's a
they were actually at the 205 Live that I went to a couple of years ago.
I like it. Little guy runs his mouth, big guy makes the pin. It works.
It was a weird show, man. They had Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy wrestled each other, and then they had the Enzo and Cass in like a weird mixed tag match with I think Nia Jax. It was the most strangest thing of all time. Not like little guys really at all, which is weird.
Makes no sense. Now we're talking about wrestling. Let me find what are some, as my dogs continue to bark, what are some omnis that you recommend people pick up?
Oh,
you just did. Well, actually, you just did a video. So Just watch the video and he'll tell you the top 5.
Daredevil Bendis is my number 1 on the list. I thought that was really good. Star Wars, Jason Aaron, really good.
Jason Aaron's Punisher run was amazing.
Yeah, those are still I have to read those. I'd read like singles like a while ago, but I have to get into those.
Omni, do you have the Omni?
Yeah.
Oh, you have the Jason Aaron Omni. That's worth some money. I had to.
Or no, Garth Ennis. I mean,
that's the Ennis. I've got the Ennis. The Aaron one I had to piece together with like 4 books because the Omni went out of print. Weird cartoony art, but God, it was amazing.
I'm actually thinking of the Ennis stuff. So actually, I didn't read the Aaron one yet.
Oh, it's so good, so good. I covered
the cover. The cover is sick on that Omnibus too. It's just that old school looking Punisher, which always been a huge fan of. Punisher's been great. I remember collecting the war journals and shit like when I was a little kid. Just probably not supposed to have those comics as a child.
I bought Faust when I was a kid, so it's okay.
I grew up different, man. I seen like From Dusk Till Dawn when it like came out and like stuff.
Great movie.
Like I remember my grandmother gave me like a bunch of VHS tapes from like a like they used to have like the ones that they overused and needed to get rid of. She bought like a bunch of VHSs for like $10. She gave me like RoboCop 2, Conan the Barbarian, like a bunch of just like I shouldn't be. I was like 5. Yeah.
Well, my son started when he was 6. I mean,
I always think to myself now, I'm just like, man, I wonder why I'm so demented. And it's like because of all that shit, like South Park on TV and like all the things that like I grew up just like Ren and Stimpy, like all that stuff. Like those were my kids' cartoons, man. Like, and then X-Men, and I mean those were Batman animated series. They don't make cartoons like that no more, man.
No, they don't. No. Plus now everything's just 24/7. I haven't seen I still watch South Park. I watch Family Guy. I watch all that shit.
Yeah.
There's not many. Well, they got new X-Men coming out. X-Men cartoon coming out. That's gonna have that 90s.
Oh yeah.
So because now everybody's saying that what is that X-Men 200? Is that the issue where Magneto's in the costume with the M on it?
Yeah.
Everybody's going crazy for that because they think he's going to wear it in the. And I like Magneto.
I think they already showed a clip of it. I think too.
Magneto up there.
Oh yeah. That Thanos is sick too.
Yeah, I like him. I like the comic Thanos a lot.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Jem had one of them statues for. I almost bought that thing from him so many damn times. I think the Sideshow, like I think the 1/6 scale version.
Yeah, that's a big.
He had it in like the whatnot thing. I almost clicked on it like so many times. I'm just like, man, because he's selling it. It was like 500 flat, no shipping or something like that.
I forget bad at all.
No. I was just like, man, it's but like I said, I don't have room for stuff right now, so I gotta be very particular.
Like 200 for a 1/10 scale King Shark. That's like. That but it's cool.
I was even just thinking recently too, because like I legitimately don't have space. I'm like, because my wife's like, you can't buy any more books, we have nowhere to put them, and I'm like, well, I still need to buy books. I'm sorry, I'm gonna find somewhere to put them, and I'm just thinking, I'm like, you know what, I might have to double up everything on the shelves just for now, and hopefully the shit doesn't collapse, because I am just running so low. I have like another cube left that it's already halfway full anyway. So I mean, like all the Berserk is there and stuff like that too. Have you read Berserk actually?
Can't get into it. Are we talking about Berserk or Berserker?
Berserk.
Okay, I can't. It's not that I dislike it. I have such a hard time reading from right to left. When I was like, why is the back cover on the? Oh, wait a minute. Here we go.
It took me a while to get used to reading the from right to left. Like even where the dialogue is on the pages, it like. I would be reading from right to left, but the dialogue on the pages, I would be reading from left to right still, just on that page. You know what I'm saying? So I'd be going backwards, but I'd still be and it would just happen sometimes. It takes a while to get used to that, to just read it that way. But once you do, I mean, plus there's not a lot of reading in that book anyway. Mainly a whole lot of like murder and rape. It's basically what that book is.
Now I like Berserker, the Keanu Reeves one. I do enjoy that a lot.
Oh, yeah. I haven't gotten into yet, but my boy Nerd X Core, he just had a video on I think they released a hardcover or a trade of it just recently.
Yeah, the first trade's out. Second one might be by now too. I'm reading Uber finally after all these years. I'm getting ready to start book 3. That's good. Avatar always did good adult stuff though.
Yeah, that's one. You just put a video on that, didn't you?
Yeah, I've done 1 and 2, I think, maybe so far. Maybe just 1.
You're
Maybe
like,
just one.
can
I think
you,
I just did one. I haven't because I just finished reading two, so I haven't done that one yet.
when you do your videos, do you do like a lot in advance?
That's always the plan, but it never happens.
Yeah, I know. It's
It's
I'm
like
at right
today I'm
now.
gonna make 3 videos, and
That's
then
what
at
I
the end
did
of the
today.
day, it's like, fuck, I got to do something real fast.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard today. Like I was just stressing before because like sometimes like I did 2 videos and then on the third one my laptop just started like shitting the bed on me and I'm just like, there's nothing worse than trying to edit a video when your laptop is just fucking up because it just I have no control. I'm like my anger just goes and I'm just like, come on, man. I'm like, why? I'm just trying to
This
clip
is
this down a
today's
little bit like
this is today's video right here.
today's video. See,
This
yeah.
is
But
today's
that's
video.
easy. That's an easy
It's
upload.
easy. I'll slap an intro on it and I'm good.
Exactly. God, I love it. Easy stuff, man. I did the one that I don't know if I'll put it up either today or maybe tomorrow, but I fixed my Marvel Zombies omnibus because the binding is just notoriously jacked. And it was so fucked up. And with the news of the new reprint coming out in June of 2023, I was like, you know what? There's a new book coming out. Let me try and fix the binding. If it fucks up, it fucks up. I'm just gonna get the new one,
Yeah.
and it actually is perfect now. So I don't even have to actually do that. So I made a video about how to fix an omnibus binding and all that. So I'll either have that out later today or tomorrow, but we'll see.
Now, I'm not dumb. I know the majority of people watching this will be coming from your channel, but for the few people that watch my channel, where can they find you on YouTube and Insta? What are all your links?
Oh, I'm everything is basically DROCK Steady Reviews. That's pretty much just how I try to keep it. I had like an old Instagram page and it got taken down, which was Vader time, obviously, because I'm a big fan of Vader.
Vader or Star Wars Vader?
Oh no, Vader. Yeah,
Okay.
not Star Wars Vader.
Not a Star Wars guy, so
Yeah, yeah.
but
No, I mean I am, but it's time. It's time. But yeah, that's also my Twitter is Vader time, I think, as well. But if you look around for DROCK City reviews, you'll be able to find that.
I guess with that, people have listened to me babble for a long time. They can go to your channel and they can follow everything, and then we'll have to do this again to talk about why Kenny Omega should play every superhero in the MCU.
Yeah. If he doesn't injure himself again, damn my man.
Hey, that guy had a lot of injuries now.
Yeah, he's he goes through it, man. I thought he almost got fucked up even on his return.
Yeah,
I think I can't remember. Somebody dived out of the ring. That's the only thing I saw from last week was somebody diving out of the ring, and I think was it Kenny Omega diving or him getting hit? But
he got hit. He took it. He took the hit from Dragon Lee.
Okay, yeah.
I think it was Dragon Lee, yeah.
And I was just like, damn, my man comes back from one night and he already dead.
I guess with that, the dogs are barking. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and I hope you actually come back and watch more tomorrow.
Yeah, man.